provide factual information. We are not at all asking you to rate. My first point is to clarify that. Second, if you want to tag anyone under serious offense, which we call it here is ZTP, zero tolerance policy, there is only a limited, options to tag under ZTP. And to tag somebody under ZTP, you need to provide us some authentic proof. Say for example, you say there was a theft in your office. We'll ask you to upload FIR copy before we throw it to any other employer. Sir, I understand both the factors, and I understand that we need to take care of the employees as well, and that's the reason we made sure that we don't keep any loopholes while we are rating somebody. We make sure that we do something which is very, very foolproof and authentic. So you are not rating A. B, when you tag anyone under ZTP, you need to provide us proof like a company warning letter or a company letter or a FIR copy in order to us to throw it in the system for anyone to use it. Make sense, sir?
Absolutely. I mean, thank you for that, because that's something which you clarified now. My second question is, please bear with me because I have this question. Suppose I'm, running in a situation, maybe August, September, right? Burdened with work, stretching up for 9 hours, 9.5 hours. 50 of my guys left. Now you are suggesting me that either me or someone from my team will get into your portal, take time for every individual, write up your synopsis or whatever the data points which you are asking me, and increase my work for at least what? 2 days, at least 3 days at a crucial junction of my time. So anything which you can help me out on that part.
Sure. So we have done some homework on that as well. So we are not asking you to do any manual work. Everything is automated. Even the data which you are going to provide us can be automatically fetched from your system. We will not connect our system through your HRMS at all. What we are doing is we are building customized plugins for you. Customized plugins will be your plugins from your names for your HRMS. The same plugin will not be used for any other company. If in case, so there are companies who would say we would want to manually upload it. There are companies who would say we would not want to do a manual work. We would need a plugin to be created. We will create a plugin, keep it on your IT system, not on our IT system, not at all at our system anywhere. Your plugin will fetch data from your HRMS, put it on the file, ready file somewhere in your PC. You just need to upload that file to our system. Does it clarify?
Somewhat.
Sorry?
Hi.
Yes, sir.
So, I definitely agree the idea is very noble, right? But at the same time, when we are looking at various factors and we are looking at data presented, everything is fine. But overall, the success of this platform actually depends on the user to first upload the correct information, so-called correct information, because that's not something, I agree, he had put out that question, you answered it, but still, there will be an apprehension point of index, which is always going to play. Now we can say that, you first put an FIR copy. So again, it means that we are actually dependent on a cyber security team to give us a copy of FIR, whereas in no situation, even if your mobile is lost or anything, they even take your FIR. So, and if I have to give you my company document, that is well imaginable that can be fabricated in a lot of situations, right? So how do we first ensure that the organization wins? How do we ensure that the fairness quotient of the employee doesn't get impacted? And number 3, on that number which you just mentioned, the 11%, attrition, whatever that number is, it could be 11, it could be 5, whatever it is.
Yes, sir.
If that number is not achieved in the next 6 months, how is your skin in the game? because the product is free for 3 months.
Right.
Then post that what? Because the effort for the program to succeed depends on the user as well.
Right.
Right? So if I do not do justice to it and he does it, but still the variation level is basis of the average of both, right?
Okay.
So how do we work this out?
Right.
Very
So I'll try and clarify that. So as far as I have understood, you are trying to say that how do we ensure that the data is authentic? So I'll give you an example. I would ask you to provide me the date of joining and the date of exit of an employee. Can you fabricate that? If you can, then there is nobody who can help it. If you can't, then that is good enough for me. Point number one. Point number two, as far as ZTP is concerned, ZTP, we will be very, very careful. We don't approve it as in when we feel that you have uploaded, hence we should approve it. So there will be an investigation which will happen from our end as well. Our team will authenticate ZTPs very, very closely, because I understand that we are playing with somebody's career and life, and we do not want to fall in a situation that we are legally prostituted by anyone because of something. A. B. In the contract document, we have made sure that we provide you legal assistance for a year for the person you have hired. Legal assistance. That means for my data, if you get prosecuted, I get prosecuted. It's a part of the contract. So we are as confident about the facts which we will be throwing, that it has to be very, very real and very, very honest. And we will make sure that that happens. Now coming to the point that how does it help if at all the attrition doesn't go down? We are saying first 3 months is absolutely free. And why are we saying this is because we are sure that you will start seeing a reduction. You will start seeing a downfall in your attrition. And then we begin with charging patterns. So obviously there are multiple ways that we can become a part of your target mechanism as far as your attrition is concerned. I think we will have to discuss one-on-one. So there are two different ways of doing it, and we have already worked it out, and we will be ready for discussing that as well.
Sure, really appreciate it. But just do you want to elaborate more on how would you investigate a case in case if it's going?
So sir, if in case somebody has been tapped as ZTP, you are going to throw us some letter, not FIR. Even if you are not doing FIR, we will be seeing the letter which has been provided by you, and if required we will also be checking with personally, somebody will be coming to your office to check that as well. We will not be contacting the employee at all, because contacting employee will be our last priority. We'll be first authenticating it with you and your team. So see, I'll tell you, fabrication can happen from somebody at a lower level, not at a senior level. I understand that much.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The question is not about fabrication, it's about perception. As you rightly mentioned, two individuals will have a different opinion on a subject at any given point of time. How would you take care of that? I'm just trying to understand that.
Yes, so sir, we are only giving you 5 options to mark somebody under ZTP. Say, drugs, molestation, theft, serious company violation. Obviously, nature of the violation has to be written descriptive. Then we decide whether it is serious company violation or not, and then I think some cyber security act is also taken into consideration. I'll have to check that, and I can give you that answer as well. But there are only 5 options. So we are not saying, we are not keeping it open for you. You need to select from these 5 options. So if you're saying drugs, obviously you need to authenticate medical documents. Otherwise we will not believe you, right? So that's the idea. We want to give a platform which is for genuine and fairness. So say for example, while I was working with Wipro, there was a guy who was actually consumption of drugs, influence of drugs while he was in the office. We tried getting medical documents, we could not. Hence, we could not, proceed with actions. We tried obtaining medical documents, but that day it was Sunday. We sent that guy to some hospital, but the doctor said today it will not happen. We'll have to come some other day and stuff like that. So we could not do it, and we could not take action against it. And that's how it is going to be. So you need to decide. So I just try and summarize on this, that if somebody, you feel that it is very, very serious and you need to, just put that in the system, then only it comes in the system basically. That's the reason the stringentness on ZTP is there. We are not, otherwise every data which you are uploading is coming directly on the rating system. Apart from ZTP, ZTP is not directly coming in the rating system. Yes.
Hi, Mrinal.
Hi.
This is about the ZTP and other stuff.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic product that you've come up with. So, with all due respect to the product, I would like to get down to the basic realities a little more. You just spoke about a plugin that you will integrate into various BPOs into their HRMS systems, right?
Right.
Have you tried to find out how many BPOs are actually having an HRMS system? I mean, just out of curiosity. Because if what I'm saying is, just for example, we integrated an HRMS. In fact, we are building our own HRMS system, and we are in the process of doing it right now. Before that, we were not having anything. It was all manual. Now, if it is manual, I just want a clarification on this. Okay, if it's manual, and if most of the BPOs are, I assume that a lot of them are still doing it manually, where we are more concerned about hiring the people and not bothered about who left. Because once they are gone, they are gone. I don't want to invest any man hour on the person who's left the organization, and I'm more driven towards getting that seat or that desk backfilled, right? Now, what are you trying to suggest that I put myself in a situation where I'm a company, I don't have an HRM system in place, I'm a small operator, I work for about 100 seats, where 40 of my seats are vacant, 60 are operational, I'm struggling to fill up the rest of it, and there are 10 people who leave as a team, the team leader just goes away. Are you suggesting that I hire somebody else to, upload the data onto your system?
I mean, data is already there with you, sir. I'll tell you honestly. You are maintaining data somewhere. Even if it is not HRMS system, you are maintaining an Excel sheet.
Absolutely.
Right? We are not asking for a huge data point. Understand that fact very, very, it is very, very...
Sorry to interrupt, Mrinal. I completely agree with what you're saying, okay? But I think we are just missing the point here.
No,
my point is, let's take a situation that we agree to start using your system today, okay? Tomorrow I have a team lead who runs away with 10 guys, just for an example, okay?
Right.
Are you trying to, is your platform trying to suggest, I have 2 HR who are working to backfill those 10 seats who left, because that's my cost every day, right? Are you suggesting that out of those 2 guys, I get 1 guy to fill up the 10 seats and the other one starts filling up or uploading this data? I mean, I just want to understand.
Right. So I would want to say only one thing here, sir. That if you have a 100-seater and your 60 seats are vacated and 40 seats are running, that means you would be trending around monthly iteration of say 4 or 5 people.
आदमी नहीं मिलते
सर मैं बता रहा हूँ मैं बताना चाह रहा हूँ जो ये मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि once you're talking about 4 or 5 people, we will be asking you to upload the information twice a month, every 15 days. That's the thought process. We will ask you to upload the same data which you have in your system. I am not asking you to prepare anything. Somewhere you have the name saved of the person, some Excel sheet. You have the date of joining saved, some Excel sheet, and you have the date of exit saved, some Excel sheet. So you do that for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello? Yeah. So you are saying that you have an upload mechanism in place as well, where we can upload Excel or CSV formats.
Right, absolutely. No manual work, sir. It is very, very simple. And the HRMS system plugin was actually suggested by TBSS COO, Mr. Nauzar Dalal. We are in discussion with TBSS, and his suggestion was that we are 25,000 people company. How are we going to do manual work? So we said, no worries, sir. We'll do manual. We'll create a system which will be automated. So we still believe in manual work, but it is not going to be very, very hectic thought process. So thought process, even if you have 300 people working, you would have 40 people living in a month. 40 days, 20 लोग पहले जाएंगे, 20 लोग बाद में जाएंगे. जो 20 लोग पहले गए, मैं 20 लोगों का डेटा आपको बोल रहा हूँ, डेट ऑफ ज्वाइनिंग, डेट ऑफ एग्जिट के साथ अपलोड कर दीजिए, बस. I believe that is simple if I am able to convince you. If not, we'll probably we'll have to probably meet to convince you. I can't leave this effort ideally. Yes.
Vivek is having. Wait, we are waiting.
Sure, we'll ask.
One question here. This is more on the current database you have.
Yeah, right, sir.
It's how much?
So, sir, we have majorly Mumbai-driven database right now. We are looking at approximately say 1.5 lakh data points for Navi Mumbai Thane region. We don't have data in Calcutta, but we have commitments from some BPOs. I do not want to take right now names. There are some commitments from Kolkata-based BPOs, approximately 6-7, who are ready to come on the platform before we go live.
Okay, so in future the source of data or the channel you had is only the employers, or you also looking at some other-
No, sir. Only employers. We stick to that thought process that only employers are reliable source of data.
And you say that after 3 months, maybe after this FOC thing, there will
Right.
be a commercial model. So will there be anything, if you upload, you get a X point minus one or something like that?
Sir,
Both
actually, if we are going to do that, sir, honestly speaking, we are still working on the commercial models, because we are giving it for free for first 3 months. We are not at all looking at how do we monetize this. So we will work on it. We are open for suggestions from you guys that what could be the best monetization mediums and thought process around it. However, as far as you were saying, upload against views, if I have to do that, probably it will be difficult for us to sustain.